And mic test 1, 2, 3. Cool. That was quick. Hey guys, what's going on? Long time no see. Get this mic together here. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh man. It's a Monday and I'm trying to stream. Oh dear. What could go wrong, right? Alright, let me get VPilot on real quick. Bam, that's simmering. Alright. Beep, beep, beep. That means we probably don't have ATC. They gave us a auto clearance. Sweet. All right, guys. So, again, welcome. And I mean, does she need any introduction, guys? I'm sure y'all have read the title. So, we're here at Addison, Texas. Pretty dang warm. Dang, OBS still works. You know it, Charlie. After a good old update there. Oh, their old millionaire terminal. Man, it's sweltering here. Good lord, she's going to be burning up. Good old Black Square, Beechcraft Starship. I've been looking forward to this airplane ever since it was announced. Very quiet release. I didn't see a whole lot of fanfare like we've watched with others, but I'm here for it for sure. Let me know, guys, again, how the audio is. It's been decades since I've streamed, so make sure my all the audio and all that is good to go. I got you. All right, cool. Quick little walk around before we even get in here, man, because so I know you lying. Mike, what are you doing, man? Yeah, Mike, it's that serious, bro. It's that serious. Let's do a quick walk around here. So this airplane, as a lot of you guys are maybe slightly familiar with it. I'm not familiar with it at all. This was one of the first completely composite aircraft that was designed. And along with that, with the avionics suite, which at the time was, I mean, was absolutely cutting edge. I mean, just bleeding edge tech. What's going on, fellas? But back then, bleeding edge tech was still old school tube CRT displays and all that fun stuff, and they generate butt tons of heat. So heat management in the flight deck is going to be paramount on this one. So the majority of our pre-flight is going to be done probably with the engines running. I am going to see if we can at least get to the point where we can program the flight management computer. And which, let me double check to make sure. So there are gear pins, but we don't have them in. They're already in the airplane. But definitely check them because you won't be able to get the gear up. I got two old good PT6s sitting in the back there. I think about 1,200 ship horsepower apiece. So there's some monsters. All right, guys, let's get on in here. Get this going. And apologize, y'all. You guys know the old Starlink here. Man, she looks even better via video. Yeah, the curb appeal is just, I don't know. Absolutely amazing. But it's weird. You would assume this type of aircraft, the looks, the performance will, directly, would be directly proportional to its looks, but it's not. It's kind of weird. She's not the fastest out there. That's for sure. So let's just do a quick inspection here. Let's kind of make sure everything's good to go. And this particular airplane, man, I had to actually use SPAD to get all of my controls to play nicely. There's some functions that I like using. For example, the engine NTIs, the inertial separators, depending on the airfield, which pretty much any airfield and any turboprop I've operated, I always try to run with the inertial seps on, temperature permitting, just because you want to save that compressor, right? Oh yeah, texture work is absolutely phenomenal. Let me see if I can kind of zoom in there. I don't know. There's something about like this look here where it's like shoosh. But yeah, you can definitely see the old schoolness in it. No doubts about that. No doubts about that. Let's check the check the breakers here. That's good. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy up. So the cabin right now, I mean, yeah, we're at 111 degrees, so it's pretty warm. Like right now, we're scrambling trying to get the thing started. We won't use external power here. We're going to go solely off of the battery. Solely off the battery. So let me gonna minimize that for right now. But anywho, but yeah. So far everything looks good. Let me double check and make sure. Let me make sure SPAT's working, guys. All right, make sure my switches are working here. All right, oh that's good. And I got my prop full forward and throttle seated on the idle stops. Fuel cutoffs there. Everything looks good. All right, so again, we're going to try to get this thing at least powered up to a point to where we can get this guy programmed, and we'll go from there. So we'll go ahead and get the battery on. Go ahead and close that and get the ECAS. Standby on. I don't know if you guys can hear the sounds. If that's okay, let me know. Old school CRTs there. Got our gyros gyroing. Is that a word, y'all? Let me know. Of course not. All right, so I got the ECAS on. We're gonna go ahead and turn on the pilot side avionics, but hold on, it's not on the same bus. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the co-pilot side, and we're going to close the bus ties. So we don't have long, guys. We don't have long at all. No sounds? Hold on. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see. There you go. Turn the sim sounds up. You got it, Mike? Hopefully you got it there. Hopefully you got it there, guys. Okie dokie. So I've already done the flight planning. Bingo, all good now. Sweet. Sweet. All right. So we can do it the old school way, but we're just going to type it because that's totally easier to do. Hit OK. And we literally got to build the departure. So what we'll do, I'll go over here into Navigraph charts, and we're going to have to legit build this departure out. So the initial, so you're going to be coming out of Cosno. Then from there, Nander. Let's see how quick I can do this before the before it starts yelling at me. And then grab. And then the direct Kilo Victor Bravo Tango. Sweet. And flight plan. So the flight plan is locked in, stored in the memory. We're good. So at this point, And you'll see why I'm trying to be as expeditious as possible. So let's go here. So right now our Aviance Bay is 126. Now we can mitigate that. I'll show you guys how here shortly. We'll go ahead and hit that Aviance alternate blower. And you'll notice on the outflow valve here that temperatures start to creep down a little bit. Yo, Drew, what's going on, man? We'll notice that temp come down a little bit. 135. You guys see what I mean? So, not much time at all there to really do what you need to do. But I think we're fine, y'all. I think we're fine. So we'll close that. So we'll go ahead and shut this guy down here for right now. Let's see, battery still above 24, so I'm happy with that. Oh man, wasn't bad. That wasn't bad plug-in, Johnny. Which one, bro? Likewise, bro. Did I miss something, Mike? Let me know, bro. All right. So let's come over here and go to our checklist. So there is one built into the aircraft. We'll get to that one here in a minute. Pre-flight checks, parking brake. We'll go through them. We'll go through flows here. So our primary means of navigation is going to be RNAV, right? So when this aircraft came out, it wasn't RNAV equipped. However, later on they ended up putting the receiver in the aircraft, so the avionics does have access, and the software has been updated to support GPS capability in addition to the Omega and VLF system, or very low frequency system. So we've done all this, but you know, for those of us who don't want to deal with the extra, there is a 430 back here, which I have not touched since it dropped. Wasn't bad. Plug in the flight plan. My bad. That was too bad. Plug in. Oh, okay. No worries. Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's not bad at all. I want to say he's working on a way to import it. There's been a lot of folks mentioning the importing. So to update the ARAC, you have to insert the disk here, but that's not to import. That's only to update the nav data. So, I think a lot of folks had got that confused, but yeah, we're that's what that's for. So we've done a good portion of this. One thing we can do while we're got time and we're just about that life, we'll go ahead, close those bus ties again, and what we'll do, we can test the flap system. So you'll notice here the canard will also extend forward, and the flaps will also deploy in the back. And that's the only setting this airplane has. It's the only setting that's required. So we'll check and make sure that mechanism functions. Retract it. Man, that thing's loud, isn't it? Good grief. That thing's loud. Okay. Cool. Now that we're done with the battery. Fun fact though, while I'm flowing through this checklist, there's actually well, at one point, I'm not sure if they're still there. There were a couple of starships based in Addison that a company operated, triple fat bus, and they flew these out here quite a bit. But I don't know if they're still there. In fact, I want to say the add-on comes with one of the tail numbers that was based in Addison. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, so the more you know. But yeah, just going through the checklist here, is making sure a good portion of it is testing the standby pumps for a start engine flow. But again, I'm trying to keep this airplane off as much as I can. And once we get fired up here, we'll hit the memory item. So one more time. Are there any operating today in the world? I think there's two, Mike. Either, don't quote me on, there's either one or two that are still airworthy. Not many. Actually, I take that back. It may be 5 worldwide, but that's it. Don't quote me. I'm sure someone in the chat will keep me honest, but there's not many at all, man. So the engine, the bright side of the whole deal is the engines, you know, with them being a PT6, I want to say they're A models. Parts, you can find them all day long. It's just the Starship specific parts where apparently, according to the operator, that they have difficulties with, but the operator not only owns them, but they also maintain them as well. So they have access and to what parts that are available, as well as the know-how and the expertise with them. So it's actually it's pretty cool. Eric Johnson, I have to find the I'll have to find the link there and post it. It's pretty cool. So we'll get the ECAS on and standby gyro on for engine parameters there. While that's going on, I want to double check my aft tank. So this guy only has 4 tanks. Coming over here. Actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead and set that. We're going to go empty. We'll put in a couple bags in the back. Boom. It's good. So that tank feeds that tank, which feeds the engines. That tank feeds that tank, feeds the engine. So fairly simple system. Although in order to move fuel from that tank to that tank, we got to have standbys on. But you'll notice here they're not required because there are also jet pumps that don't require any sort of electronic actuation to get them to move fuel as long as the engines are running. So, but we'll go ahead and move some fuel. These annunciators should go off there. That's what we want to see. It's good to go. Firewall fuel valves pushed open. Let's see. Extinguisher fire extinguished. Fuel pressure off. Standby pumps off. And this test and transfer flow valve there. We've already done the alternate avionics blower external lights as required. For continuity purposes, we'll go ahead and get all that set up, and we'll close these ties. So get some lightage on, and yeah, that's it. So we're ready to start the engine. So again, pretty warm, so we're about to fire the engines up here. So we'll do one more check outside. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the avionics fans outside. Oh, that's pretty cool. Make sure we don't have any... Oops, sorry. Fat fingered. Make sure we don't have any chalks down or anything. No pens, because it'd be totally embarrassing. And we're good to go there. Now we can get in and close the door. All right, cool. Then we're ready to go. So make sure we're clear both sides. Sweet. And we'll go ahead and start 2. We'll look for about minimum of 13%. And give her some gas. So there's N1 there. You see the battery draw. There's 13. I'm gonna let her hit about 14. Then we're gonna give her the gas. Watching that ITT, no more than 1,000, about 880. I can live with that. We want to spin her up to about 65% on the N1. Then we'll get out of the starter. Just like starting up your car at home that's not 1,200 horsepower. So there's 65 there. So I am out of the starter. You probably hear the click there. Let her stabilize. Sounds are still a bit on the low side. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, Mike. That's full sending, bro. Hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully you can hear it. All right. So we'll go ahead and put that into run. And we'll go ahead and connect the right gen. You'll see the load reduce on the battery there. Right generator is good. We'll go ahead and clear that annunciator and we'll go ahead and send one. Is that a little better, Mike? There's number one. Oil pressure looks good. All right, and watching the ITT, and she went up to about 930. You guys see that? About 930 again. You know, totally fine. And even if they hit 1,000, depending on the engine type, they can stay at 1,000 1 to 5 seconds, depending on the 2 to 5 seconds. Sorry, depending on the engine type. So no biggie there. All right, so she's stable. So now we'll take number one and go from start to run, and let's get some dang AC going on here. Goodness gracious. All right, so got a load there. So while we're down here, we'll check the triple fed bus. Make sure we're sitting around 27 to 28. That's good there. Loads about equal both sides. Battery amperage should be down. And normally I like to keep it in the center bus. And we'll go ahead and get our avionics going. There we go. I can hear it now. Sweet. While that's warming up, take you guys outside to kind of let you hear it. Sheesh. This is not the rudder, actually. This is a glorified tail skid. These guys here are the flight controls for yaw. Pretty freaking sweet. All right, so now we're golden here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the O2 going. Let's see here. We're gonna set 10 grand for the initial. We'll set 10 grand right there. Get the weather, and let's go ahead and get this guy back going. And in theory, y'all, yep, cool. Still got our flight plan here. Everything's good to go. So I need to send this to my HSI here. So FMS1, and personally, I like the map mode. Kind of zoom out there. So again, we pretty much have the route built in here, but the vertical portion, we're going to have to handle that on our own. So no biggie there. So, and you will get a message time or two here, get all this. So we're just going to update it, and it's going to compare with what the GPS has and say, okay, that's about right. That message will go away. So that's in there. So now that we're semi-set, we can also go over here to the progress page, and it'll give us a list of our routing here in the MFD. But what I really wanted to do is to go over to the before taxi checklist and just kind of roll through what we got to roll through here. So pilot, co-pilot, avionics, set, bleed air valves, both. Temperature selectors set. Let's see what the AC is doing. Oh my gosh, guys, we're so cooked. Wow. Yeah, it's just a losing battle at this point. I think we're asking for 71. She'll cool down eventually. It's not much we can do at this point. Let's go ahead and get that guy back going. Alright. Lights required. Co-pilot and pilot instruments operating. Flap fan forward wing retracted. A Hertz landing message extinguished. DDU time date and position, which is what we just did and verified, so we're good to go there. Radar control should be at standby. Brakes released and checked. Yeah, bro, we were like so cooked right now, man. This thing ain't got no AC. I'm gonna need some paper towels. Sweating, bro. What was funny, Mike? I was sweating just sitting here. But yeah, I mean, there's AC. Yeah, she's it's climate controlled, man. It's just not a lot you can do. It's like, and it's legit hot here too. We'll have to start dabbing, man. It's, whew. Yeah, it's a little warm here, bro. No lies, man. No lies. But it's true to life. Heck, I just went to the grocery store not long ago, and it's about 90 in the car as well. So, I totally get that, man. Totally get that. So let's go back to I need some chartage here. We're about ready to go, y'all. Not much to it. I just wanted to look. I don't think tower's not on though. Tower's not on. So we can go to the comm and get 12600 in there, and then we can go to, and we're just gonna squawk. No, I take that back, y'all, because yeah, I forget VATSIM automatically gives you your squawk code now. So we'll put 30. What is it calling for? 3060. And I'm still learning this, guys. By the way, I'm probably day 2 in it, something like that, and I am still learning a butt metric ton with this thing. So bear with me. All right, so we're squawking. We're squawking, guys. All right, so that's set. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get the inertial sets on. And we'll go ahead and close that. VR in this thing's like 102. We'll probably do a flaps. Probably do a flaps up departure on this one. I don't think we'll use flaps. Charlie. And I think we are, man, she's ready. Oh, she's ready. Let's go. Sorry guys for the break and emerging here with this busted pushback tug they randomly placed here. Drop her in beta. And get off the ground here, y'all. Woo, she's ready to go. And we'll stop right here and make a call as soon as pass the traffic. Starship number 172 Sierra Tango Millionaire taxiing to runway 16 by Alpha. Pass the traffic. Alright, and we're clear on the left, clear on the right. Don't hit nothing. I'm trying not to, man. I'm trying to give you guys some soundage. Let me grab a little beta real quick. But yeah, taxiing her, very little braking, like it's really required. The taxi physics, the ground handling is very, very realistic. Not because I know I've been in the Starship, but just operating a PT-6 powered aircraft. I mean, it's very little braking required. In fact, I want to say I remember watching a video in the Starship, and the guy was like, because I think they use carbon brakes. They've never been replaced on that particular model that they had. they're utilized that little. So kind of goes to show you how cool that is. And hit a dud. Really? And that's what makes me so nervous, man. That's what makes me so nervous. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to do that, you know, but I didn't have a choice. I don't even think you can power back in this thing or anything. All right, I'm gonna go over here into the run-up section, guys, and I wanna get some last-minute items out of the way, some housekeeping. So we're going to depart 16. The departure is calling for a heading of 157. So that's probably what we'll do, but instead we're just going to continue around and see, because I don't wanna bust Loves and Fort Worth Airspace, and we're not talking to anybody, if that makes sense. So so we're gonna depart 16. We're gonna vector ourselves around, catch Cuzno, and then shoot north. That's the plan, at least. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the parking brake here, and see if I can get my roll trim set. See if I can, you guys can kind of see right down here, little roll trim, which is digital, by the way. I thought it was crazy, but if I click that over again, I have to assign this as bad. All right, and takeoff trim is just calls for being in the green. We will go ahead and get the engine ignition on, and I want to do just a quick check. And you can guys see as I turn on things, the amperage and the load increases as well. We'll go ahead and turn up load increasing as well. We'll go ahead and turn that off. We don't need that right now. We'll go ahead and bring the props full forward. Bring the power off of the stops a little bit. Notice the the pneumatics come up a little bit. Reason being is I just want to actuate the boots. See a decrease in pneumatic pressure as the boots actuate. I'm doing a very abbreviated run up here. Normally the first flight of the day check is pretty extensive, but don't want to bore you guys with that. So we'll do that here. We'll go ahead and get the auto feather controls. We'll put that up into test, and we'll bring the prop all the way down. Bring number 2 up. Watch for the feather. Not sure you guys can hear that on the right side. All right. Bring 1 up. All right, and we'll roll her back. Feathering out there. Okay. Charlie was gone. Oh, guys. I'll catch up with chat here in a minute. Let me get this guy. Let me get off the ground here. Okay, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and fire the test check. And again, like I said, it's pre-departure for the first flight of the day is pretty extensive. Pretty extensive. Load meter increase. So a good portion of this we did. There's also a test for the pressurization system. Just looking for a decrease in cabin pressure. Probably do the autopilot check here real quick. And And essentially it literally just kind of consists of coming down here, turning that guy on, see if we can override it. Yep, and we can. And it disengaged as well, and that's literally the extent of that check. There's a couple other things with pitch trim that we could do, but for the sake of time, we'll keep it moving. Rudder trim switch, all that fun stuff. Flap and forward wing as desired. We're light, we're not going to use it on this one. Auto ignition, test the auto ignition system essentially. And I mean, we know it works because we're below the stop there, and we got I'm pointing like you guys can see, left and right ignition on, and you bring it up by about 1600. It goes away there, so we're good there. And let's see here. Then of course flight controls. Move my mic. And you can see your elevator, at least. There you go, right there. Alright, I think we're about ready. Let me get a heading bugged in here. And we'll probably just square it off and just do like a left crosswind departure. Just keep it simple. And if we can make Cuzno, we might end up just doing direct now that I think about it, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to make that turn. Alrighty, so go around mode is on. We'll go ahead and turn off the ice vanes there. I don't think we'll need them. Not what we're about to do. Let me just roll through the checks here. Auto feather is on, so now you look at the switches. Let's see, and 25,000 feet is going to be the same today. 12,000 foot above. There we go. And sweet. And final items. We're doing this like just before we depart, so let's go ahead and at least get landing lights on, all that on. Go. Squeeze the brakes. Gone, fam. All right. Passing traffic, Starship 20 Tango's on the roll, 116. Departure on the left crosswind. Passing traffic. Alright. Final clear, and these cabin windows are so weird. Runway's clear. Alright. We'll go ahead and squeeze the brakes there. We'll get stable about 90 and send it. Feather is enabled, so I want to stay under 850 on that ITT. And we got 90 on the torque. Let's go. Prop governor is governing. Good engines. Their speed alive. We should be flying there. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take 108. The positive rate. It's coming up. Man, just a really just solid flying airplane. Good lord. Sheesh. Make that turn outbound there. That's traffic. Starship 20 Tango, clear runway 16. Departure on the left crosswind. Let's call. That's traffic. Alright. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll those spinny things down to about 1600. 850 is the limit on the ITT. Want to keep an eye on that. We'll pitch for like 180 or so. But I mean, these Pratts guys, they just want to freaking go. Holy smokes. Man, they want to go. Alright, let me go to heading and give myself a vector. Somewhat of a vector. Vector. Let me get that indicated. High speed, airspeed for the win. Come on. Y'all, we may do direct grab. I'm sorry, or grave, or whatever it's called. We may do direct that. And just outbound, because ain't got time for all the extra. Ain't got time for that. Alright, let's get her about right there. A little trim. I mean, she wants to go. Alright, so should me show you guys how to do this. We'll get some of a decent heading here, and then my autopilot button will work. It worked? Yeah, it worked. Here's your damper. Alright. Another gander at the engine instruments. Looks good. Okay. Alright, so we'll come down here, direct, brave, and that's it. And so from there, we just hit nav, and we're tracking. We are tracking. So 1,000 below, we'll go ahead and bug up to 250-ish, give or take. Or I'm just going to continue to pass it, either one. There we go. 250 in the window, climbing, engines hadn't exploded, we didn't die, all was well. I think. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, we can go ahead and turn the radar and turbulence on. There's not much on, but the radar does function, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take off. Went through that. Alright, climb power about 9% torque. We're at 93. It's me splitting hairs here. Cabin pressurization, cabin's climbing. No smoke and seatbelt signs. I mean, we are at 10K, right? Probably me, probably captured before I made the change there, so that's cool. That's on me. Alright. So we'll go ahead and hit the cabin sign, switching in there's no one here. And anti-collision should be on there. There we go. And there we go. Cool, so we're good to go. Let's see here. Jump out here and flap gorgeous, man. Flap gorgeous. Catch up on the chat finally, man. I dig it. I see the appeal for sure. Yeah, there's definitely an appeal to her, man. You know, it's unfortunate that, to me, you know, the aircraft really didn't see the popularity that, you know, a lot of the aircraft in the category, that in this category got. But, you know, I think a lot of that was attributed to the fact that, you know, I mean, it was really just kind of too new for its britches, you know, and that's in a very countrified way of saying it. You know, just, you know, the nature of things, unfortunately. But the performance from what I've read, you know, and it's true in comparison to other airplanes in this category, just wasn't the best. It's not a Piaggio. The Piaggio beats the snot out of it, you know, up high, cruise wise. And there were some issues as well with they had with the airframe early on, just trying to get all the tech to work out, and you know, the engineering, and then at the time the cost, and it came out at a really crappy time. I think they wanted, if I'm not mistaken, it was like $3.5-4 million was what they were looking for, and this was like back in like the late 80s, early 90s, and fuel prices were stupidly high. Businesses weren't flying the way they flew, like, you know, back before the economy you can't stall her. So there is that. Yeah, that is true. I mean, you can't stall her, and in fact, in the video that I was watching, it was they used that characteristic as a way of aerodynamic braking to meet certain altitude constraints. I thought was pretty cool. But the reason why you can't stall it is this wing here. So, you know, and Mike, you're well familiar with, you know, a stall and all that is entailed. So when we stall an aircraft and we bring that AOA up until we lose their airflow over the top of the wing stalls, right? We all know this. Well, the beauty in the canard design, or the flying wing design, is the fact that this wing stalls first. The wing behind us never stalls. So the nose drops. We get airflow. We get airflow over this wing again, and boom, we're flying. But that rear wing never stalls. So that's, in essence, is what makes this, you know, in my opinion, was a huge selling point for the airplane. Yeah, that was cool when I watched it. Yeah, man, it was amazing to see. And let's see, there we go. 2902 altimeter. But yeah, that and it's accurate in sim. I haven't done it since I bought it, but yeah, it's legit. You can't install it. If that hit, why not? Let's see. My airplane. So we'll bring the power back a little bit. We'll bring it to flight idle. We are at grab, so make that turn too. Roll the power back, and we're just gonna hold it. I mean, we're like 20,000 feet, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, it stops. I hope you guys can hear that. And we're just gonna hold it. Just gonna hold it. Just gonna hold it. I'm trying, y'all. You guys hear the shaker? There's the push. You guys see the pusher? Like you can't stall it. There's the shaker there. Bring the nose up a little bit. Want to power in a little bit, and yeah, I mean, that's the extent of a stall in a Starship. You know, so that was I don't know, to me, I think that's freaking amazing. They were able to capture that. Oh, this is a non-rev flight. You know it, bro. We're deadheading, fam. We're deadheading. We are deadheading. But yeah, I mean, even at 21 and some change, I mean, she flies like amazingly well. I'm flying her with a couple fingers. So we'll go direct DBT, and we'll bring her back to climb power. On her ITT is a little newer up high, so the ITT can be a bit of a factor. Let me get her trimmed out, and I'm gonna give it to auto. I'm done playing for now. There you go, auto. You can have it. I don't want it anymore. I'm done playing. All right, let's pitch for 170, and I'll get us on up to 250. And bring my ITTs back a little bit, about 800. I mean, we're still getting really good performance. So I mean, you guys look here, we're still getting like 2,000 foot per minute. I've gotten her up to 410. It's a bit of a jaunt, but she'll do it. But yeah, I mean, just I don't know, guys, just a solid airplane. Go ahead and get these on. I didn't want to overheat any of that. But so now, for example, you know, we're in the flight levels now, so things should be much cooler. Although it's still pretty warm in the avionics bay. I mean, I like 71. Some people might not like 71 degrees, but I freaking love 71 degrees. Engines are doing pretty good. Left and right doing pretty good. For all that playing around we did, we're still at 100% on the engine condition, which is sweet. Failures totally a thing. I did have something day before yesterday. I had it was a rudder trim channel B failure, which I thought was pretty interesting. I mean, we still, you know, 2 channels, right? Plus your standby for redundancy. But I thought it was pretty cool. You know, I was like, wait, you know, let's troubleshoot, work the problem or whatever, and you know, good to go. But yeah, guys, I mean, for her age, I mean, she's very, very capable. Coming over here, a lot of the revisionary functions also work. So if we lose through the ECAS display, which in the aircraft is, which in the black square aircraft is very possible, you have redundancy, reversionary redundancy built into the RTU displays as well for both sides. Let's see here, what else I was playing around with. And also over here on the okay. Let me airplane a minute. I'll roll the props back a little more. There we go. And let's get the prop sync on. Got some reversionary functions over here as well, so you can bring this either up or down if we lose one or the other. So some of the other reversionary functions are there, which I mean, it's freaking amazing. Let's see here, route list, of course, progress page there, about 190 out. Radar functions does work, but it's like severe clear right now. Plan map, display, kind of where we're at there. And I want to say, let me go, where is it? Position summary. I want to say this joystick works. Yeah. So there's a little joystick here that you can you can move, but actually I mapped it to a secondary control. Like for example, if you're trying to figure out how far you are from VOR or bearing or whatever, you can arrow her down over it, and you'll get a distance in the bearing. Cursor over. It's a little tedious. That's the only thing. I really had to mess with it. It's so tedious. I don't know if you can do it there or what. Avionics status. So if there is a fault, if you happen to, or if you suspect something's awry, let me turn the auto feather off. I think we need that. Or there we go. You got a status display there, crew notes. I'm not sure, not 100% sure what that is. Y'all truth be told. Abnormal checklist, that's self-explanatory. Let's see what's something else here. Performance. It's kind of giving you ETA, ground speed, which you basically the same info here. I'm just a really, I don't know, as antiquated as this airplane is, I wouldn't. To me, it wouldn't be beyond the realm of a possibility if there was like an aircraft of the year. In my opinion, this would probably be one of the front runners for sure. And that's just my humble opinion. Even come over here, you can go to sensors, go to signal status, and those are all the VLF or very low frequency antennas that make up the Omega system. Gives you their signal strength here, and let me go to index over here and FMS data, or no, where is it? Where is it? Is that their FMS data? I don't think it is. Nope, don't want to do that. Status. And that's basically what we saw earlier, but just kind of expanded, right? So right now we're not, of course, we're probably going to see the Australia antenna in Japan, antenna in Japan, but these are all the ones that we're using at the moment to get location data. There's also RAIM availability as well. I gotta flight plan. Now it's bugging me because I was in it. This control, position hold, nope. GPS RAIM, here we go. And just predicted integrity at the waypoint that will be eventually, which will be Bentonville, Arkansas. Apologies if I didn't say that. Victor Bravo Tango will be a little small airport in Bentonville, Arkansas. Pretty cool. To checking that out. I know you guys seen like plenty of this, though. I'll take you in the back, kind of give you an idea. So it's not as interactive as a lot of the other cabins that we've seen from other favorite developers. But I mean, there's definitely some, I don't know, the texture work to me is pretty darn good. Come back here as well. This is where your chocks will be, and this is the only baggage area that's out there. And a little Easter egg back there. It's pretty cool. We'll close this up, and I think it's supposed to be like a porta potty or something back there. Or a porta potty, because it smells like it probably. Dang, this is Walmart Starship. You know it, man. Cabin lighting down here. So I'm assuming like you open the door here, you can go ahead and get the aircraft lit, which I wonder if you need batteries on for that. I need to try that. Pretty cool placard here, though. It's pretty cool. message. You guys can read that. Goldberg Rutan. So if you notice the long easy, if you guys are familiar with that airplane, it looks very Starship-ish. Starship-ish. That thing, y'all. Oh, sorry guys, I'm over here. Got a message. We're heading to Bentonville. Ain't that where the HQ at? Yep. Oh yeah. But I just really though, Charlie, I kind of picked it because it's, you know, the airport's pretty freaking sweet. I don't know what it is about the airport, but it's I don't know, for a GA airport, it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. But yeah, should have some, should be pretty good. I mean, it'll be this for like severe clear. But she can shoot an RNAV approach, but you know, we're not talking, you know, full coupled or anything like that. As far as precision, ILS is the way to go in this airplane, which I did. I flew one yesterday in her, and I mean, no issues at all. Have to check it out. As a payware, man, no, it's on .2. I think I dropped it in the chat like forever ago. Let me see here, Charlie. Kilo Victor Bravo Tango. Yep, here we go. I'm about to drop it in the chat. You'll see it. I mean, you'll know it when I send it to you. You're like, oh yeah, he did totally send it to me. I forgot. Oh man, I should totally remember that. Sorry, Johnny. I'm picking, man. Don't pay me no mind. Oh, dang, missed that. Nah, I'm picking, bro. I'm just yanking your chain. Just yanking your chain. This display is very Saab-like, though. It reminds me of the Collins MFD, which is probably the same. No, it's not. It's probably a different model. But yeah, because it's Collins. But Collins, yeah, avionics, Saab, and MFD look very, very similar. I wonder if the joystick works in here. Yeah, it works. So, like the McAllister VOR, for example. So, let's say you're about to call up, I don't know, Fort Worth Center. You can at least give them a pretty good precision report, you know, 35 miles to the south of, you know, McAllister. It's pretty handy. I mean, that's about, apparently you can build flight plans using that. Hey, I'm ahead of, I'm gonna need you to shoot that ILS. I can't see. I don't even think Bentonville has an ILS, Charlie. You should have told me, man. I would have picked a different airport. I didn't even think about it. Does Bentonville have one? I don't remember. I think it's just RNAV, man. I have to look. We're about to type of drop anyway. Let me look here. That's actually, it should be a part of our briefing, right? No. We'll do that. So let's go over to approaches available. Select. Yeah, we just got RNAVs, man. Sorry. But it's pretty straightforward, brother. So you go to approach, right? And then let's say it'll be ILS blah. Well, I can't. Oh, so yes, it's ILS whatever. Okay, you select that. Now keep in mind, now it's going to transpose it onto the MFD, but you still gotta set everything up. I want to say, I want to also say that I want, if I can talk, I believe it'll auto tune as well, but I went ahead and just went to the nav portion, Charlie, pop my frequencies in real quick. Let me do this, do auto tuning, I mean nav tuning as well, because it'll also pull position reporting by triangulation also between VORs. But anyway, I popped in my my ILS, and in heading mode, or you can even be in FMS mode. Go ahead and set your course up, set your ILS, and then just sync up your heading bug, vector yourself, and just and also making sure you're going in here and changing your nav source to VOR, and yeah, just fly it. And once you kind of get your intercept set up, and I'm not saying this is how it's done in Starship. I know this is what would work for me. Arming the approach mode here on your selector panel, and boom, Bob's your uncle. She latches on pretty good. She latches on pretty good. Let me go. I do want to go back over to 122.80. All right, here we go. But yeah, this airplane's not hard to fly, y'all. It's not. I saw a lot of that, in the Reddits. It's like, man, I'm interested, but it's so difficult to play. It's not. I mean, worst comes to worst, you could always jump into 430 and do what you gotta do in the 430. I will say now, this guy isn't gonna do holes for you. You would have to do them. Just make sure you stay on the protected side, and it's having a visual representation of the VOR. You can also plug it in here, fly your holds that way. But yeah, and you can look over here, and it automatically tuned to the nearest VOR, which would be McAllister, which we're like 13 miles from it now. Heck, if I can send it, anyone can, no problem. Yeah, man, this thing's fun, absolutely a joy to fly. I don't know, man. It's like I said, this is probably going to be one of my most favorite GA aircraft of the year, and I know FlyFX is going to bless us with the citation coming up soon. I'm well aware, but no one does turboprops in 2020 quite like Black Square, and that's just that's just a fact. There are a lot of really good developers out there, but no one quite adds the flavor that Black Square does, for sure. For sure. I want to say this airplane, I look and I see the single pilot there, but I want to say most of the Starship ops I've seen had a two-person crew. Even though from what I've read, it was designed for single pilot operations for the most part, it kept a two-person crew. In case you guys were wondering. These. Oh, there we go, guys. We got headsets now. Yay! All right, so it's a little quieter. Not sure if you guys even wanted that. But yeah, getting pretty close to the top of drop. So, there is very limited. It's more or less advisory. But let's say, for example, if this was an intersection that you wanted to hit, you put 3,000 foot there, and it'll give you a target vertical speed. So if we kept around 1,000 foot per minute, we'll be, by the time we're at Bentonville, we'll be at about 3,000 feet. That's about as much as it'll give you. Which for me, I think it's enough to do what you need to do. Right? Or if you're flying an arrival, let's say, and you're trying to, meet an altitude restriction, You know, like again, you know, may have to do a little bit of airplaning, but you know, you could make it work. You know, I did not notice any sort of like for example in the CRJ where you have that banana, right, to kind of help you gauge where you know where you're going to be on the route. You know, in relation to you know, the altitude, like I said, we're going to be a little short, you know, at 3,000 feet, a little short of Bentonville or after. I don't think this avionics suite is equipped with that capability. We'll clear that. Yeah, we'll clear it all. I don't need that. I'm thinking probably about 100 or so. Yeah, about 100 or so. We'll see it. We'll see what she does. About 100 or so. We'll start our descent down. Yeah, freaking amazing. Runway performance pretty decent. I want to say takeoff's around 3,400. She'll land. No, I'm sorry. Takeoff's like 23. I think she'll land around 34, something like that. 39, something like that. Yeah. Actually, let me look. Runway performance. Beechcraft Starship. Yeah, so takeoff field length 3,800 feet roughly. Landing distance with flaps extended now 23. But again, with Starship, landing flaps isn't. I mean, you can landing aircraft with no flaps, but it's not out of the realm of normal operation to land a Starship with no flaps. So there is that. Getting pretty close. I wonder if my Bravo works with this. No, it's doing something else. Weird. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I was trying to adjust my altitude and it did something that I did not want it to do. We'll go ahead and drop this guy to about 3,000. And the ref charts. That's kind of brief what we're going to do. I think left traffic is the norm for this guy. So we'll come in. So left downwind for 1.8. Yeah, adjust vertical speed for some reason. Yeah, Charlie, and it's I don't know, man. It might be SPAD. I may have worked something up in SPAD. That's you know that's totally plausible given that's me. But I mean it's no big. It's weird though because once I set it up, it tracks just fine. Tracks just fine. All right, I'll wait till about 90. I changed my mind, y'all. I'll wait till about 90. 90 miles out. We'll start that descent and land this thing. So, you know, you guys are probably wondering or not wondering, hey, where are the performance numbers here? So, it does give us some safe airspeeds. And does that weight update? That's a good question, Johnny. I have no idea. Where are we at? What's our gross? Oh, that's the max takeoff weight. Okay, never mind. So approach VREFs around buck 20s, and that's what I've been shooting for, buck 20, and it's worked out pretty good. It's worked out pretty good, so we'll update that. Not hitting everything else works, but not altitude select is wonky. Yeah, it's weird, Charlie. I can't quite. I don't know, man. But it's something where it's like it's great if I had it working, but the fact that it doesn't work, you know, I can live with it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me being weird. All right, let's roll these massive turboprops back. Which, fun fact, this variant of the PT6 is one of the biggest that are mounted on ANG aircraft, as far as I know at the time. That's as of 5 years ago. I don't know what's changed. Something may have changed or whatever. So we'll jump into vertical speed, and so let's test the theory, Charlie. So I'm going to use my. Oh, okay. So it works just fine now. Works just fine now. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Could be me. Could be me. All right. Yeah, sorry guys, it wasn't a longer flight. You know, again, those of you who have been like subscribed to the channel forever, you guys know, man. I try to get them in when I have time, and lately I just absolutely had no time at all to do anything but live and survive. But yeah, it was good chatting with you guys for sure. I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sure it's something I'm doing, Charlie. You know, that I don't doubt. That I don't doubt one bit. Let's go ahead and we're supposed to do 1,000 foot above field elevation, which is, drum roll, please. So if he'll give me some charts. It's wanting to. I just need a field elevation. Alright, 1,200 feet. Alright. So they're about... Alright, there's not much, actually. Man, I don't think so. I have the same issue. Yeah, and it could very well be a bug. It could be with SPAD. You know, like, you know, yeah. I don't know, man. SPAD, we have a love-hate relationship. Love-hate relationship with SPAD. Woo, that's loud. Way different in here. Oh. I was like, why is that? Okay. I was like, why is that dark? Woo. Alrighty. Let's probably zoom in a little bit here, Andy. Probably get a little more downward velocity. We'll do 18. Try to get a descent checklist out of the way where we're at it. Alright, pressurization, altitude, 500 above landing, check. Rate knob, 10 o'clock position, check. And by altimeter, we're still above. Transition though, so we're good there. Power is required, alliance is required, checklist complete. That's pretty straightforward. We'll get before landing here in a minute. BRB, cool! I'm still just fascinated at just the look of this guy. It's just, I don't know, it has that old look, you know, I mean, it's definitely, you can definitely get the era from it, you know, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you know, you can understand how seeing this airplane for the first time, you know, early 90s, you're like, whoa, this thing's, you know, a technological marvel. No doubts about that. I think the HF radio works also. Well, not works, but yeah, I'm sure you guys can hear that. That's pretty cool. Let's see. There we go. And it should be 3007. Right. Back what I missed. Man, it was pandemonium. Pandemonium, Mike. You totally missed it. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, man, just me rambling. You know what happens when you make a mistake and jump on one of my streams, Mike? Whole bunch of rambling. But nope, just hit top drop in Arkansas. Coming out of 16 some change there, and we'll hit a left downwind. It's totally clear. We'll enjoy the city of Bentonville on our arrival. Start seeing some of them hills. Gorgeous. There's an airport down there somewhere. I forget the name of it, but I flew into it in 2020. It was too cool. Too cool. We'll make a call here in a hot minute and get about, I don't know, 15, 20 out. $15 or $20 or so out. And really nothing else here. I mean, it does just enough, you know, as far as like what you need for it to do, and that's about it. That's about it. BOR status is there. Oh, okay, I forget about this one. So of course, you know, Fort Smith, BOR, Razorback, OKM, and it looks like they're sorted by nearest up for VR1 from the closest to the farthest out. But that's with the auto tune functionality on. So we can come in here, turn it off, then we can tune to whatever VR we want, right? Oh, that's how that changed there. So we can pick up Norway now. That's pretty cool. Pretty sweet. I don't think our RAIM has changed at all. We'll go. Let's see here. That's about 12,000 speed. Okay. Approach. Nope, we don't want alternate airport. Airport data. Where is it? Watch me fumble around this thing. Okay, still got 2 good engines. I had to double check that. This control. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. Alright. I just want to see if that changes at all, RAIM integrity. Man, I had to go out there a few times for a Walmart back in my consulting days. Man, good old Bentonville, dude. Yeah, it's, I don't know, man. Freaking food's off the chain, though. Of course, you know me and food, but it left a lot to be desired. Like my visit there, I don't know, a lot to be desired. As I remember, I was super young, man. My dad had a picture. Took a picture with Sam Walton back in the day. And heck, I gotta ask him where that freaking picture was, man. But man, that was freaking years ago. Back in a more civilized age. That's good. Oh man, what's wrong with me? Sim is super quiet today. I mean, it's some sirens are up, but just I don't know, Fort Worth, man. I used to. We used to see a lot of action over here in the evening, but can't leave nothing out there. Nothing, Charlie. You hear me? Nothing. Alright, we're under 10 there. We'll go ahead and get them landing lights on. And I don't think the landing lights are on the wings there. Can't really see them, but they're there. They are there. Kind of let her do her thing here. We're about what? 30 out? Probably shallow that descent out a little bit. Bleed off some of the air, that old airspeed. Got a little time. I'll go ahead and get me in before landing going. Oh, where'd you tune? So Fort Smith, Tulsa. Okay. Let's go ahead and get before landing going. Approach speed. We've already confirmed that. We'll shoot for like 120, 122. Pressurization, check progress, and we're about at field elevation there. They're gonna come down like 5. Should be good. Auto failure. Heck, let's go ahead and get that on. Landing gear, we'll hold off on that. We'll hold off on that for right now. Let's see. What's CTAF for old 22975? 122.975. And you can also use the RTU, but why not when you got it right here, right? I don't know. That's me, y'all. Solid descent. Actually, let's bring her up. I'm gonna bring her up to 4. Might not let me do it. Let's do it up here. Bring her up to 4. Not 28 miles out now. Might be able to get away with we're at 25 out. Cool. And again, guys, like I said, we're just going to do a simple pattern entry and shoot for 180. Why is that block big at big at 200? Man, it's probably some sort of let's look. We got a little bit. Probably some sort of speed restriction. Let's see, anything else here of note? What is that? Maybe flap speed looks like 180. Looks like 180. Maneuvering speed 181, so it's not that. That's a good question. We're below it. B&E? No, fam. B&E's not 200. It's just a little less than 250. Yeah, it's not V&E. Which block you talking about, Brother Charlie? You talking about this one here? Or this dude here? Yeah, I thought he was talking about this one, Brother Mike. Yeah, that big red line. Yeah, that's V&E, fam. Yeah, Charlie said 200 knots. I'm like, yeah, V&E was a little less than 250, and you're toast, man. You are toast. We'll cross this field. We'll cross midfield here. Yeah, I may have misread Mike. That bit. Why is that block big? Block you right. Okay. Yeah, because I want to say that could be. I mean, it wouldn't be flap speed because that's at 180. But we got an airplane right now, so let me go over here. Get it before landing in cross midfield. Benville traffic, Starship number 172, Sierra Tango. 8 to the south of the field, cross midfield at 4,000, for an extended left downwind, runway 18 approach. Oh, my bad. There go Charlie confusing everybody. Good lord. Oh, man. I can't be messing with you, Charlie. Get me all throw. Alright. All behind the airplane now. Goodness gracious, Charlie, it's all your fault. No, it's not, man. It's mine. Me crossing midfield like 5,000, bro. Benville traffic, Starship 2 Sierra Tango across the midfield out of 4,000 for 3,000 left downwind runway 18. Benville traffic. Bro, bitch. Oh my lord, man. Oh, for landing, auto feather arm. Alright. That's radar altimeter. Let's go ahead and drop some gear. landing gear down. We'll come in it with a little power. Stereo cockpit, Charlie. I'm calling stereo, man. Have folks in the trees messing with you. Have folks in the trees. That prop sync off. Auto ignition is on. Light set, prop sync off. Radar is required, leave it on. Yaw damper is off. Port landing check is complete. Beechcraft Starship 20 Tangos, turning left downwind, runway 18. Starship traffic. No, Beechcraft. I'm probably like all off kilter. This is when VR is absolutely just, you almost like gotta have it. Almost gotta have it when you're trying to do pattern work. Beechcraft Starship 20 Tangos, turning left base runway 18. Beechcraft traffic. I'm like, here I am turning my head as if I can see anything. I know this is gonna be a hot mess, but it'll be all right. I'm all off the center line, but I'll be fine. It'll be fine. Five-mile final there. Hopefully that scenery loaded in correctly. You guys know how jank 2024 can be with the scenery. Power. I got the building site there. My only conundrum with 2024 is I really wish they would have implemented the beacons where they're a little more strong. All right, props full forward. Sorry guys, we're a little off kilter here, but we'll be alright. Lined up here. Evening turb ain't no joke. Alright, let's get a after clear the runway here. Visual traffic 20 Tango, clear runway 18, off to the ramp, let's call visual traffic. Let's see. Bring the props back a little more. I think the brake sounds are a little overdone. Y'all hear that? It's like we get the point. Get the point. After landing, let's see. Stall heat off. Window heat off. I got ice. Should be on. I'm going to go ahead and get auto ignition off there. Turn that guy on, that guy on. Whew. Man. Alright, see if we can get parked in this thing. I don't know, we might be a little oversized for the ramp, but we made it. 24 looking crispy. Man, I've been trying to tell you, fam. Sheesh. Hold on, man. Let's pause. Let's pause for the shot. Sheesh. Let me stop, man. Oh my lord, let me stop. But yeah, and VR mic is just phenomenal in this thing, man. And it's almost a necessity because I don't know if you noticed, but sitting in the aircraft, you kind of have to crane your head down to look around. That's what makes this pattern work, not in VR, just so much fun. So much fun. So parking area and the Field House restaurant, all that's over there. We'll pull around and probably take the parking. Sounds, oh my gosh, I don't think this guy has done a sound set yet that just hasn't hit. He just, I mean, this guy just don't miss. Does not miss. Alright, let's see, how are we going to do this, guys? Sketch. And it's not like you can really use differential thrust because they're so, the center line is just so let's see, come on brakes. Sorry guys, y'all gonna have to push me back. I tried. Y'all gonna have to push her back. I tried. We're here. Dang it. Shut her down right here. Traffic will be damned. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Shut down checklist, parking brake set, oxygen supply off. Engine ice protection off. Let's see. Pilot avionics, kind of need that right now though. Basically everything off. Bleed air valves and all that. So we'll go ahead and get that off. because we're going to lose this once we turn off the pilot avionics. ITT stabilized for 1 minute. We're just going to assume we did that. It's been about a minute-ish, right, since I've been running my mouth. So that looks good. That looks good. All right. So we'll go ahead and clear that. All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll through all that. So we'll go ahead and get this off. This off. Make sure everything else is off. We will close the bus ties there. And we'll go ahead and bring down 2 off. Feather that prop. 2. Bring that guy off. We'll feather that prop. We'll make sure the ITT stays down. Don't get any fires or anything weird like that. You guys gonna get some of the ambiance there. Man. Wheesh. Alright, I'll off there. Now we'll go ahead and get the ECAS off. Let's stand by and ECAS off. Auto feather, all that is off. Yep, everything off. Airplane is cold. Alright, sweet. So go ahead and make our way out here. Pop the doors open. Head on outside and welcome to Bentonville, guys. Home of, I don't know, Walmart. That's about it. Sweet. Yo, it's poor reflector man chap. Yeah, it was, man. It was. Yeah, we did fly in here, Charlie. Oh my gosh, the shenanigans had then. Oh my lord. Well, guys, man, thank you all for hanging out with me and taking the opportunity to check out this phenomenal airplane. Definitely, if you guys have an affinity for it, those of us old folks that are in the room, it's a phenomenal airplane. Lots of history. It's really cool. Shout out to Black Square for capturing it and allowing us to enjoy it. This icon of aviation and sim. Well, guys, I'm heading out here, and again, thank y'all for watching. If y'all are new here, check out the Closed Traffic Podcast. Give yourselves a shout out. Whoop, whoop. At Closed Traffic Podcast, or search us up on YouTube, Closed Traffic Podcast. And I believe I posted it in the description also. Aside from that, guys, thanks for your time. Take care of yourselves and each other. That's it.